Is ready. Got my Santa hat on, and I'm ready to go. Yes, I'm up in the top left corner now. We'll switch that over here in just a little bit. I wanted everybody to be able to see the pre-market scanner. It's in the center, top right for me. Yeah, I guess. I guess it just depends on how you have your Zoom channel set up. I guess. I know you can manipulate that just a little bit. Good morning, Patricia. Good morning. Mutter TIVC is ripping. It's up 48% this morning already. Big Dale, good morning. Santa Jeff, good morning. TIVC might see $3 today. Kurt, good morning. Jeremy, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, traveling trade adventures out there. Santa is ready. We're going to see what we can come up with here in pre-market. Help fill those stockings. Oh, my goodness. Today is Christmas Eve. We're getting closer. We're getting much closer. Sheila, good morning. OPTX pushing up nicely as well. OPTX, TIVC, you can see them here on the list. On Zoom, you can see the chart here. this pre-market chart. We've had this pre-market scanner up on Zoom since 4 o'clock this morning. And a big shout out to Beach Bum and Ronnie for co-hosting this morning and letting people in to Zoom while I was busy getting ready this morning. So big shout out to them. Appreciate the help very, very much. And I know the rest of the Wolf Pack does as well. So we've had the scanner up since 4 o'clock this morning, and you've been able to see what's moving, where the volume is. Quite a bit more volume in the market this morning than yesterday. Look at the number up here. Look at the volume on some of these, like on the top 6 here. We've got a lot of good volume on these stocks, and it's not been that way the last couple of weeks. It's been pretty slim in pre-market with not just a ton of volume, but this morning it seems to be a little bit more than usual. So let's hope that bodes well for us and we can get us a good runner. So we've got press releases coming here at 7 o'clock, first round of press releases. We've had some press releases come out this morning, early, 4 o'clock this morning, 5 o'clock. Nothing major, nothing big that's moving anything. So maybe 7 o'clock will be when we get our big one. I am excited. Not used to wearing a hat. Used to wear a hat all the time, big cowboy hat, but not anymore. So good morning to everybody. Welcome. Good morning, Vicki, Kathleen. Good morning, Sheila. Remember, I am not a licensed broker, and I'm not a licensed financial advisor. And that just simply means I can't tell you what stocks to buy, which ones to get into, which ones you should be staying out of, or if you should hold it or let it go. But I will tell you what press releases are popping up in the market. And I'll do my trading. You guys do your trading. I'm going to try to trade this morning just on press releases. I'm going to try to avoid anything that doesn't really have a good press release on it. Now, that may cost me a good runner here or there, but that's okay. I'm going to be a little bit cautious here as we go into the end of the year. Save up some dry powder. Let's hope this next year is much, much better for us. I am excited. We've got 30 seconds. I hope you're all ready. Got my pen and paper ready. I'm ready to hit it. Salim, good morning. All right. Let's get this party started here. Here we go. Here's 7 o'clock. Come on. AIRE pushing up a little bit. Let's see, CYNE. CYNE partners with Chandler Automation and expands into agriculture. Not the news I want. And the rest of them are class action lawsuits. AIRE pushing up. All right, let's switch screens here. We're going to switch screens real quick. Get the charts up. There we go. All right, AIRE pushing up. TIVC, let's see. Let's take a look at TIVC here real quick. TIVC. Let's see if this one's going to push up or down or where it's going to go. TIVC. AIRE still pushing up. Nothing on the micro float list. 701. one. IVVD announces the initiation of what they call the Declaration Clinical Trial. It's a phase 3 placebo-controlled pivotal study. It's a vaccine alternative antibody to prevent COVID. KITT regains compliance with NASDAQ's listing standards. Nothing that interests me just yet. AIRE still trying to push up. Just hit 63.9. Let's see what that goes. Deadline for health insurance. Sign up for coverage. AIRE. Suzanne is in TIVC at $2.40. Let's hope that pushes right on up for you and bumps up over 3, Suzanne. SOC filed an 8K. SOC, let's pull that one up real quick. SOC has a 104 million public float, has 30 million shares shorted on it. Sable Offshore Corporation. Just keeping an eye on it. TIVC trying to push. We want that $3 on TIVC. No press releases. We got 2, 3. There was about 15 press releases at 7 o'clock. Most of them were total fluff or class action lawsuits, nothing real major in there. SOC, I've got SOC on the left here and TIVC on the right. TIVC looking to get that up over 280 again. IVVD earns fast track designation. It's a vaccine alternative antibody for COVID. So they announced the initiation of a phase 3. Then they also announced that they got fast track designation for that. TIVC 298. Come on. Here we go. 298. Come on, push. Push. Come on, retail. Hit that ask price. Slap that ask. Hit it. Come on. It wants to go. I can feel it. Helen, good morning. SOC trying to push up as well. It's trying. It's got a big float, a lot shorted there. Let's hope we can get a little squeeze on that one. Let's take a look at the 6-month chart on SOC. We've got some room to grow here on SOC. We've got resistance up here around 12.5 bucks. So we could get, there's some room to grow on that one. Just needs some volume. It's got a big float, so it needs some volume. Look at TIVC. Boom. Right on up. Who was waiting on 3? Deadline, KITT. Nothing on my micro float scanner. Suzanne out at 3. Steve's waiting on 325. Good trade, Suzanne. 248 to $3. That's a nice trade. That's a good trade. TIVC, 252 to $3 for Terry. Sold half. He's still holding the other half, waiting for that big boom. Good trade, Terry. Finley James, 262 to 298. Another great trade. Wolfpack is locking them in. Wolfpack is locking them in. Waiting on SOC to give that big boom up. It's back to 875. Looks like we wicked up to 895. Be nice to see that rip over 9. Trapper, good morning. And good morning to everybody on Traveling Trade Adventures. Thank you for hitting the subscribe button. If you enjoy getting the pre-market press releases, we'd love to have you join us every single morning. It's been a little slow this month. This month's been slow. I'm not going to lie. It's been kind of sketchy here with stuff. Now we just hit 892 on SOC, Sable Offshore Corporation. Need that. Got about a 19-cent spread on it, which I'm not crazy about. Let's hope that bid starts rising up. We get some aggressive buyers that are willing to pay a little bit more, get that bid starting to move, and then we'll get that ask moving, and that bid will try to play catch up with it. That's what we're looking for. Let's see, fast track designation, TIVC, nothing. Let's go back and look at AIRE again. It's trending down in a big way. TIVC. Looks like you guys did pretty well dumping at 3. You did pretty good there. Tracy, good morning. Did I quit TikTok? No, just this week. Just this week. I'll be back on TikTok next week. Wanted to introduce everybody to our new travel channel. And this is a great way to do it. I wanted to go live on our backup channel on TikTok, but we don't have enough followers yet on that backup channel on TikTok to go live. So we'll do it right here on YouTube. Looks like everything's pulling down right now. Let's see. Let's take a look at OPTX. OPTX popped up this morning early, going sideways right now. Robert, good morning. Tracy, good morning. Let me look at the monthly chart here on OPTX. See what we're working with here. Wouldn't say there's a lot of room to grow there unless we get a really great piece of news. TIVC trying again. There's 3 again. Holy smokes, look at that big blow up past 3 on TIVC. Wow. Here we go is right. For all of you folks waiting for that break above 3, 313. Steve's waiting on 325. We might get 325. Steve out at 310. Steve decided to take an out at 310. Good trade, Steve. Very good trade. Now we just need some news here. Nice big spike there to 313 and then boom, straight down. Thank you for hitting the subscribe button on Traveling Trade Adventures. I do appreciate that very much. Anxious to take everybody with me on my adventures. Getting really excited. Still have a few months before I take off across country, but I'm going to be doing a couple of short trips between now and then. Little, week long little jaunts here in Florida where it's still warm. I could go north now if it wasn't for all the snow and ice. I can't drive that RV in the snow and ice. That's not a great idea. James, 240 to 304. Good trade, James. Very good trade. So until it warms up just a little bit and the snow and ice decide they're done for the year, then I'll take off for up north. But until then, it's just Florida, the beach, and I'll do some videos here in Florida while I'm out driving. Mutter says TIVC is going to go to 350. Boy, I sure hope so. I bet you there's several people that wish that would go to 350. KITT. This is the one that regained compliance with NASDAQ. You remember that one? It's been steady climbing since that news came out at 7. Nothing dramatic. It's just been a nice, slow, steady crawl up penny by penny by penny, moving itself up. John, let's see. OPTX free float is 5.9 shares. Free float market cap. Market cap is 70. I would trade that as the market cap. That's 72 million. John. The overall market cap of the stock is the number that matters there. KITT pushed up another couple pennies on that press release. Like I said, it's not doing anything dramatic, but it is moving up a little bit. CETX, right now, boy, it's coming down pretty hard from 7 o'clock. Spiked right at 7 o'clock up to 372 and then pulled down. It's dropped 20 cents in 18 minutes here. But it might curl back up. We'll keep an eye on it for sure. Scans has that as a 378,000 public float, so it has it listed as a micro float. And a huge short percentage. STEC tried to pump. Sandtech Holdings. All right, let's pull up another scanner here. Let's increase our odds a little bit with another scanner. We need all the odds we can get here. KITT pushing up. Look at that beautiful bastard. Holy mackerel. 99. We're going to break a buck. The news on KITT was that they regained compliance with NASDAQ's listing standards. And it wasn't the price standard, it was the shareholder equity rule that they're now in compliance with. Silver Corp delivers robust PEA for Condor Gold Project in Ecuador. KITT, NUX. MUX receives $1.7 million through warrant exercises. Correction, construction mine. Okay. LITM. No, excuse me. NVA closes their $20 million NASDAQ offering. Acquisition, class action lawsuit, management information, class action lawsuit. Oof. VIVK. VIVK signs letter of intent to acquire Coyote Oilfield Services. It's a little 7-penny stock with a huge float, 132 million float. ITRG announces full conversion and repayment of BD Capital's convertible debenture. Pleased to announce full conversion and repayment pursuant to the terms of the facility agreement. Amended company issued a total of 12 million common shares at a deemed price of $1.68 to retire the full $15 million principal amount drawn under the facility. So they paid off a debt by selling shares. And that's not even the 7:30 stuff yet. Not seeing anything news-wise that I'm anxious to jump into. So still waiting on that. So let's go back and look at SOC. Bumped up over 9 as we were hoping. Now it's at 925. We just hit a high of 931, 929. SOC, come on. Waiting for that big pop. We just hit 932. 939 on the ask. Nice. 946. She's a climbing. 955. Boom. Let's go to 10 with this one. Let's go to 10. Let's go to 10. Wow, that was nice. 955. And then it falls all the way back to 911. Boy, they sure know how to break your heart, don't they? Rob, good morning. They know how to break your heart. Well, we've got about 4 minutes until we get the 7:30 press releases. So let's hope there's something in there in 7:30 that Santa can throw out there. Don, good morning. Jeff, what was the news on IVVD? IVVD announced that they were beginning a phase 3 clinical trial. And then just a few minutes later, they put out another press release saying that they got fast track designation for that trial. Large float, 117 million public float on that, according to scans, with 28 million shares shorted. That was the COVID one, yes. An antibody treatment for COVID. SOC, let's do it. Let's take it to 10, Rick. We're going to take her to 10. SUUN, $41 million transaction, accelerates power bank growth strategy. TIVC coming down. Manage yourself. If you were in TOVC waiting for that big rip, make sure you're managing your position. Guard your money with your life. Come on, SOC. I want that at $10 this morning. Wouldn't let you buy on E-Trade. Oh, no. Which one? The SOC? Oh, TIVC. Okay, gotcha. Well, it pulled back. Now, we bumped up over 3 a few times. And since then, it has pulled itself down. It pulled all the way back to 273, but now it's bumped back to 285. So it's trying to go back up again. Maybe it'll get back to 3. And here goes SOC 960. Come on. $10, not that far away. Yeah, every day this week, every day this month almost, it seems like it felt like a Friday. There just hasn't been much action. Now, we'll blame it on the VIVK. That was that little 7-penny stock that I mentioned to you. They signed a letter of intent to acquire the Coyote oil field services. Keep an eye on that one if you like those little cheap penny ones. Now screen to sell Mosaic, TGE, Centrals Group, Sim, Deft. SOC, come on, baby. 960, 969. We are not far from $10, man. Come on. 969. Let's rip it. We've got a brand new year coming up. So I'm always looking forward. I look forward to tomorrow. Tomorrow brings another day, another opportunity. Next week brings another opportunity. And then we've got all next year to really get excited and make a change, make a difference in our accounts. The glass is always half full. Boy, that SOC is getting hit with a lot of sell-off. It gets a nice little rip up, and then people sell off, take profit. It's getting played pretty heavily here this morning. Tribe, TRIB, awarded a major order for 9 million Trinscreen, 9 million Trinscreen HIV tests. Tribe, TRIB. It's a 97 penny stock, 97 cents. 280 million public float, huge float. Only 2,900 shares traded so far. So no volume on that stock. It just bumped from 97 cents to $1.04 on that press release. Now it's $1.05. 5,000 shares now traded. $7,000 shares traded. 11,000. It's at $1.14 now. And then pulled back to 109. Come on. Huge float. Volume is now 55,000. It went from 5,000 to 55,000 just like that. It's 122,000 now. Tribe, TRIB. You're showing it has 1.4 million. Yeah, Scans has it at 280. Momo has it at 10 million. We'll see. Blaming on Christmas. Everyone on vacation must have spent all their money. Bad time of the year to be trading, I guess. Especially with retail. You know, it's Christmas time. Everybody's got to have money for the holidays. So everybody's being kind of tight with their money. You certainly can't blame them. Tribe now at 115. Volume is at 512,000. SOC. I've got SOC on the chart here on the left. You can see it's trying to push up. Looking for 10 on that one. 118 now. 120 on Tribe. We're up 33% on that press release so far. Come on, baby. Don't quit now. Run this baby right on up to about $1.50. Don't give up on us yet. 126 now on Tribe. We're up 36%. Come on. Tribe also put out their financials. Revenue for quarter three increased by 32% to $14 million compared to $10 million in the second quarter. They had a strong increase in orders for the rapid HIV test from $2 million to $3 million in quarter three. A significant rise in hemoglobin product sales, rising from 5.7 million compared to 4 million in quarter two. Gross profits of 6.5 million compared to 4 million in quarter two. Adjusted EBITDA of $500,000 for quarter three, compared to a negative 2 million in quarter two. So that's a huge increase in EBITDA. Go from a minus 2 million to a plus $500,000. So they're definitely making money. They're definitely doing things the right way. They're making money. 45% now on Tribe. Base hit for Hollywood on Tribe. 108 to 120. Good solid trade there. $47%. Come on, baby. Keep pushing. One rip through 150. 50%. We're at 134. Silver is going to hit $70 today. Let me know how you did on Tribe if you took a little bit of that. Look at that climb. Look at that. Isn't that, look at the 1 minute chart on Tribe. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 green candles in a row. Not bad. Those are nice. Those make for some good trades right there. Gary got Tribe from 107 to 127. Nice, good, solid trade there, Gary. Good, solid scalp on that one. Now we've got the pullback here. Let's see how far this is going to drop before the retail comes in and rescues it. 96 Dave, Tribe, 110 to 132. Great trade. Yeah, you can get quite a few shares at 97 cents a piece, 98, 99 cents a piece, even a buck. You get a nice 30, 40 cent climb on it. That makes for some good profit. Here it goes, 134. 134, we're up 50% again. 51%, 52, 53. Chawi, 101 to 126. Good trade. Ron, 121 to 131. Good trade. Cindy, 108 to 133. Wolfpack's locking them in here on Zoom. Wolfpack is locking them in. You think SOC will be the runner today? It'd be nice, wouldn't it? 131 we hit here. Or excuse me, 137 on Tribe. Now the pullback again. Let's see if retail will come in again and rescue it. Let's see if SOC runs today. Excited. Couple of good solid trades here this morning. Nothing dramatic, nothing that's gone parabolic or, been just crazy nutty, but good solid scalps on a few of them. We'll take it. We will take it. Looks like it's about time for Santa to shave. My goodness. Getting a little scruffy there. Bobby, 107 to 134 on Tribe. Good trade, Bobby. Lock them in. Lock them in. Lock in that profit. That's your money now. No chance of giving it back. Good morning. Good morning to everybody on Traveling Trade Adventures. Thank you for joining the Wolfpack here live this morning in pre-market. Watching Tribe at the moment. I've got Tribe up on the screen and I've got SOC waiting to see if that one's going to turn the corner and go back up. Waiting for Tribe to hit 150. That would definitely be a blessing. Need retail to step in here. So far, it's doing okay. It's not giving up its gains. We had this beautiful run up for 8 minutes straight, and now it's going sideways, which is good. We're consolidating here. Let's hope it breaks to the upside and not the downside here. 135, 136, 137. Come on. Come on. Anybody still holding? Anybody still hanging on tight? Dave, good morning. 140. We're up 54% now on this press release. 143. We're up 59%. You don't think it's coming in very quickly, Scott? It's gone from 4,000 to 9 million. in less than 20 minutes. Scott out at 140. Good deal. Good trade. Good trade. Very good trade. Steve, 118 to 140 on Tribe. Nate, 107 to 139. I'm reading off. We have a Zoom meeting going on right now with the Wolfpack, and they're commenting on the message thread. And so I'm reading off what people are posting on there with regard to Tribe. Nate, 107 to 139. Pinky, 108 to 138. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. $143. Was looking for that 150 on Tribe. And it got really close. It got really, really close. SOC is falling apart here. So we're going to have to come back to that one. Looking for 150. Boy, that 1 minute chart looks really good. Let me check it out here on the 5 minute chart. Oh, yeah. 5 minute chart looks great as well. Good solid play this morning. Excuse me. Well, we've got one more shopping day after today, and everything will be closing early tomorrow because of the holiday. I just would imagine, other than probably the big box stores will be open for sure for all those last minute shoppers. But you've only got 2 days left. Get your shopping done. Unless you're like me and just get gift cards. That's the easy way to go. That's the cop out. I just get gift cards. And if you're wondering what to get me for Christmas, cash always works really good. Who doesn't like a little cash in their stockings? Come on, Tribe. Don't give up on us yet. Such a good little boy there this morning. Such a good little runner for us. Not acting like it wants to give up. Powerball would be nice. Yeah, that would be a nice gift too. Bill got in late, 128 to 143. Yeah, get me a razor for Christmas. Looks like mine broke. You're going to get me a Bucky's coffee cup so you'll mess that up. Yeah, that was a fun. I wish I had that on video. Oh my gosh. That would have got 1 million views. My Bucky's coffee cup adventure. That would have been classic. That would have been a very classic little video to put on the internet for sure. All right, let's go back. We haven't looked at TIVC for a while. It was falling pretty hard there. Let's take a look at it again. TIVC curling, trying to curl back up. I'm sure you'll get a boatload from all these great wolfies. You deserve it. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. A new tinfoil hat for the UFOs. That would be. The best Christmas gift I could possibly get is having a press release come out. Vicki, you have a great day as well. That runs parabolic, and every Wolfpack member within the sound of my voice pulls off 100% off of the run. That would be the best Christmas gift I could ever get. I'm getting teary-eyed. That would be the perfect Christmas gift. Cash always works good too. Cash is a close second. Merry Christmas Eve, Santa Jeff. Vicki, good morning. Thank you. Getting closer. SOC trying to curl back up again. Tribe trying to curl back up off of this little sell-off it had. Still looking for 150. Well, I've still got my donation jar on the website, so if you want to give me a Christmas present, there you go. Now this is reverse split record date. BIYA announces reverse split record date. 1 for 25. Effective 4 p.m. on Monday, December 29th. BIYA is going to do a reverse split. So if you're in that, play it accordingly. Okay. 3 minutes. Can you wait 3 minutes? And we'll get the 8 o'clock press releases. Oh my gosh. 2 more days till Christmas. This year is almost up. Isn't that crazy? This year has flown by. God. So many new things happen this year. So many changes, and just this year has just flown by, and they fly by quicker the older you get, seems like. The older you get, the quicker they go. Cab. Well, thank you. Thank you for what? Went by too quick. Yeah, it did. This whole year is just it's flown by. And spring is right around the corner. I know it seems like quite a long time before spring is ever going to get here, but especially if you're up north dealing with all the cold. But I'm telling you, it flies. It's just you're going to wake up one day and go, "My gosh, it's end of March already." It's gonna blow by quick. We're gonna have a good year this year, this next year. Everybody got all their tax sales done on stocks. Everybody got their selling for a loss for tax reasons. Hopefully, everybody's got your tax loss taken care of. Tax time's right around the corner. I hate to be the bearer of great news, but tax time's coming. We're going to have to take a loss on a few stocks for tax write off. It's the one time of the year I don't look forward to. Gonna wake up one day and say, I'm as old as Jeff. One day you'll be as old as me. Hopefully you'll be as good looking as me too. All right, here's 8 o'clock. Let's see what 8 o'clock throws at us here. BBLG says they have improves extension of the Arnell One product shelf life to 24 months. That's kind of fluff. IMRX to announce 12-month overall survival data from a phase 2 clinical trial for pancreatic cancer patients on January 7th. NUAI, New Era Energy and Digital secures full ownership of Texas critical data centers through a binding agreement. completes 203-acre land acquisition, expanding their campus in Ector County, Texas. It's a bit fluffy. Did we mention that Tribe's almost at 150 now? Yes, Dan, that is my belief. But that's something that doesn't affect us. That's just the fees they have to pay. Now that BBLG that I mentioned to you, the extending their product life, the shelf life of their product to 24 months, that one's moving up a little bit. Nothing on the micro floats. Tribe. Dan got Tribe from 132 to 152. Beautifully done. That's exciting. That is exciting. I like to see that. Let's see. Let's take a look at BBLG again. BBLG, they have a 1.7 million public float, according to scans. So really small float there. We'll see if that gets a good push. Let me look at the monthly chart here real quick. Yeah, we can see 250 on that. We can see 250 on that one pretty easily with volume. But like I said, it's going to take some volume. HIHO plans to acquire 51% of Regent Feinbau Aderman GmbH. So it looks like they're going to be acquiring another company, acquiring 51% of it. This is on HIHO. Hi-ho. Hi-ho. It's off to work we go. 2.9 million public float. FRSX expands their road safety product outreach in South Korea with a strategic cooperation agreement. But it dropped a little bit on that news. So now we're watching BBLG, Tribe. We hit 149 on Tribe. 153. My bad. We hit 153. We were looking for 150 on that, and we got it. From 89 cents to 153 on a press release. That's not bad. I like that. We were loving that ride up. That was nice. BBLG also trying to push up on their press release. $1.7 million public float. Scan says there's about 44,000 100,000 shares shorted on it. But relatively small float there. And the news is pretty basic. They've got a product and they've been able to extend the shelf life of that product to 24 months. I don't know what the shelf life of it was prior to that. Let's see if I can read that in there. 12 to 18 month shelf life milestones. So previously they were at a 12 to 18 month shelf life, and they met those milestones, and now they're at 24 months. So it's up about 30% on that press release. I could see it hitting 250 pretty easy. We just hit 255. Beyond that, looking at the monthly chart, yeah, that between 260 and 270, yeah, I think that's where it's going to have a little bit of trouble unless it gets a ton of volume. If it gets a ton of volume, I think it'll rip up past that and go over $3. But it's going to take a lot of volume. But it certainly has room to grow there if it can get the volume. Volume is everything. Volume is king. Volume rules everything. No matter which direction it's heading, up or down, volume controls things. 254. VIVK. VIVK just hit 8 cents. You guys remember that one from earlier. This is the one that the press release came out at 7:21 this morning. And we read that one off to you. And it was the one where they signed a letter of intent to acquire Coyote Oilfield Services. And I told you it was a little 7-penny stock. If you were interested in those kind of stocks, it just bumped up to almost 8.5 pennies. It's up 30%. Terry, 211 to 245. Half out on BBLG. Good trade. Pinky, 210 to 250 on BBLG. Beautifully done. All right. Looking for BBLG to run. I want to see if it can get to 3. I think 3 is very doable with enough volume. I think there's room to grow there. Get a nice big burst of volume here in the right direction, of course. Well, I haven't had anything pop up on my micro float scanner. CETX is doing a $2 million registered direct offering. So it's down 14.5%. Now let's go back and look at Tribe. Tribe trying to push back up to that 150 again. Buyers have been pretty strong on that one. Well, now we just got to wait a few more minutes for our next round of press releases. Terry's all out at 245. Tribe back at 144. Might go back over that 150. Might get a nice little spike here. VIVK, that little 7-penny stock, is now up to 8. BLBG, yeah, it's got a couple of green candles started here on the 1 minute, but I wouldn't trust it just yet. Not yet. HKD, BLBG, there's securities being towards X up. VVPR, Vivo Power, announces a strategic refocus on Power to X, with X being sovereign AI compute infrastructure. Initiates review of legacy 682 megawatt solar power development portfolio. I want to look at HIHO, Hi-Ho. We haven't looked at that one in a minute. HIHO. Highway Holdings. Now that bumped up a little bit on its press release, but it hasn't really performed. Tribe back to 148, 149. Anybody still holding Tribe? Anybody? 152. 153. Tribe is up 78%. 157. We just hit 159. Jeff Brands announces corporate rebranding from marketplace to tech powerhouse. Now, I hope that rebranding does them well. Trapper, 132 to 154 on Tribe. Good old Jeff Brands. That's right. Good old Jeff Brands. HIHO, moving up a little bit. Not doing anything spectacular, but it is moving up on that press release. It's gone from 84 cents. Currently, it's at $1.03. It did hit $1.08 there at one time. SIDU, public offering. 19 million shares at $1.30 a piece. Look at HIHO. Boom, 111. That popped up quick, didn't it? Holy smokes. HIHO 113. Hi ho. Hi ho. Off to the moon we go. Look at there. 113. Come on, keep pushing. James, 120 to 154 on Tribe. Good job. ZIM, ZIM. The board updates on ongoing strategic review process. It's fluff. Hi ho, now up to 122. Hi ho. HIHO. For anybody that's playing that, it's up 45%. Terry got it from 104 to 120. Nice grab there, Terry. Nice grab. Good We just hit 129. 130. 134. Holy smokes. Tribe is up 80%. HIHO up 61%. Hey, we're getting some good press releases here. These are pushing up pretty nice. 134. Tribe up 81.5%. Hi ho. I love saying that. Hi ho. Santa says ho ho, hi ho. 137. We're up 62%. JR, 98 cents to $1.35. Nice trade, JR. That's a good little scalp. That's a good little chunk of change put away for a rainy day. Nothing wrong with that. Scott in at 113. Keep it green. Keep it green. You know what I always say. Keep it green. We got our 150 on Tribe. I'm happy with that. We just hit 164. Maybe it'll give us 2. Who knows? You never know. Anybody still holding on to Tribe? In at 113, out at 133. Nicely done, Scott. Nicely done. Sheila's holding tight. 161. Let me look on the 5-minute chart here, see what she looks like. Yeah, 166 is the high I've got so far. Chawi, 113 to 126 on HIHO. Beautiful. Boy, HIHO was a real sleeper there. Took its sweet little time for everybody to notice it. It's a good thing we noticed that early, as soon as the press release came out. SOC trying. I see it's hitting the scanner. SOC looks like it might try to move again. Me in at 115 and holding. Mutters holding SOC and Tribe, waiting for that big boom. Well, I got my 150 on Tribe, so I'm just tickled to death. Everything else after that's gravy. HIHO, hi ho. $140, $146. HIHO, you beautiful bastard. Holy smokes. That's nice. 70%. Give it to us. Come to Poppy. I need some new shoes, man. 71. Come on. I need some gas money for that RV. Let's go. Let's go, man. almost time for an oil change. I'm going to need some help here. HIHO, help me out with that oil change. 47. Come on. Break 150. Come on. 148. 149. 150. God, how nice is that? Beautiful. 84 cents to 150. That's a nice little profit. That's a nice run. My goodness. 80% on that thing. Well, I was looking to get a new grill for the RV. I guess that'll do it, won't it? Little grill and some gas money. That'll take me a little ways. BMRA trying. BMRA. They announced a Medicare payment rate of $300 for revolutionary in-foods IBS test on BMRA. It's trying. BBLG Tribe. Okay, let's see what we get here at 8:30. SRXH. SRXH expands risk intelligence framework with prediction market probability data to enhance treasury stress detection. SRXH. VWAV, VWAV, announces issuance of a new U.S. patent, expanding enforceable protection across its core RF imaging and AI platforms. Look at HIHO, 87% now. SRXH. Make sure you look at that one. IINN. We just hit 98% on hi ho, hi ho. IINN reaffirms $49.5 million in binding purchase orders and aligns execution with 2026. That's on IINN. Come on. Give us that 100%, you beautiful son of a gun. 98. $98. Come on, baby. Give Santa a good Christmas gift here. Terry got round 2 on HIHO from 126 to 156. Scalping them off. Love it. Good job. Good job. MAMO. MAMO. Highlights dealer network momentum, organizational expansion, and product-led strategy entering 2026. MAMO. Take a look. MAMO. Let's take a look at MAMO. MAMO. Massimo Group. Quick pop on the news. Now the pullback. And we'll see just how far it'll pull back. Come on, give me 100%. Hi ho, come on. Hi ho is about to go. Beach Bum, you have a great day. Come on, give it to me. Give me 100. Put a nice little gift in Santa's stocking here. Come on. Don't give up yet. Don't give up yet. MAMO still pulling down. MAMO. Let me look at the monthly here. That stock's been trending up. That stock's been trending up for quite some time. It's really been doing rather well. We'll see if this thing gets some volume here on this pullback and starts to go back up again. MAMO. We're sitting at what, 651 right now, 650. Pulling down even further. HIHO pulling back. Did that hit 100% when it hit 166? I'll have to check that out. Fun. IINN. MAMO's coming all the way back down to where it started. Now, let's go back and look at Tribe again. 157. $2 would be nice on this one, on Tribe. Well, does Mammo bounce from here or does it keep coming down? It looks like it's going to keep coming down. Where did we close at yesterday? Around 519. Looks like it might come right back down to where it closed at yesterday. It's coming down hard. 4.9 million public float, and it is dropping like a rock. Boy, I'm wondering if that's going to be a good dip by there. No, it was a fluffy press release. No doubt. And it's coming right back down to where it closed at yesterday. In after hours. It finished after hours around 519. 519, 520. It was down around 507 as a low yesterday during the day. Got a big spike on that press release, and then wiser people took over, and it's quite the sell-off here. Could be a good dip, though. Look at the monthly chart. Look at what it's been doing over the last. This is the monthly chart. Each one of these candles is a day. Look at how it's been trending here over the last month. So I wouldn't give up on it just yet. Could be well worth playing that dip. We can find the bottom. Tribe trying again, back up to 163. It's up 82%. Yeah, it was definitely fluffy news. Massimo. Looks like they make those little quads. Basically, the press release, they're just bragging about their growth and how they're going to increase dealer growth in 2026. Tribe, boom. 172. Ronnie got his 170. What'd you get in at, Ronnie? I don't recall. Sheila got 121 to 170. Nicely done, Sheila. Scaled in on the way up. Okay, good deal. Going for a new high here. We're up 90% now. And we still have the 9 o'clock press releases that we can potentially grab something out of. I hope so. Yeah, if you can't trade it on E-Trade, try your Webull if you have Webull. Yeah, it looks like it's going to continue to drop. And we don't want to try to buy it on the way down. Do not try to buy it on the way down. You do not know how far it's going to drop. Trying to anticipate the drop and guess at where the bottom is really sketchy and dangerous. Wait for the reversal. Wait for confirmation that it's reversing. Then take a stab at it. But as long as it's falling, just stay away from it. Get your finger off that buy button. iPhone Tribe 119 to 170 all out. Merry Christmas, he says. Nice job. Nice job. Looks like it's going to drop below 4. All right. Tribe now up 93%, 95%. Give us another 100. Boy, the gifts that just keep on giving this morning with the Wolf Pack. HIHO trying to curl back up again. Mammo down to 440 now. Boy, they would have halted this if this was during regular trading hours. We hit 434. Mind you, when the news came out, this spiked all the way to $8.37. And it's dropped all the way down to 434. So this thing has taken a beating. In about 10, 15 minutes here, this thing has gotten demolished. PHIO announced a significant step towards its drug development program. Non-clinical protocol study design accepted by the FDA. Seems a bit on the fluffy side to me. But you never know. So it's got a 10 million public float, so it's got a nice float. So it might be worth taking a look at. PHIO. SOC curling back up again. True, TRUE. Shareholders approve a transaction with Fair Holdings. Trusted automotive deal marketplace brands today announced that its stockholders voted to approve the previously announced acquisition of TrueCar by Fair Holdings, an entity led by TrueCar founder Scott Painter. That's on True, TRUE. 75 million public float. Now's when we start watching MAMO, M-A-M-O. It's trying to find a bottom here. Looks like it may have found a bottom around 441, 440, 441. So you can see on the chart, let's pull this chart up here so you can see it. So you see how we took the drop here on Zoom here. You can see how we took the drop, and you see where it's starting to level off here, down here at the bottom. This is when we want to start paying attention to it, once it levels off. Watch for that confirmation that it's curling back up. Watch the volume. Watch RSI, MACD, all the things that you like to watch, especially volume. Watch level 2. Do what you do best, but wait for that confirmation that it's curling back up before you take a stab at it. If it's going to run, and it's going to run back to $6, $7, $7.50, you've got plenty of time to get in and make a really good trade on it if you just wait. You don't have to get it at $4.50 to get a good trade. You could buy it at $5.50, $5.75. If it's going to run to $7 or $8, you're going to make a nice profit, even just by being patient and waiting. You're going to make a nice profit on it. But don't screw that up by trying to anticipate that bottom. Like I said, now's when we start watching it very closely to see if it's going to find its bottom here. Now, we assumed that it found its bottom around 440, 441. But keep watching it. See where it decides to level off at. You know, we'll put a let's make it green. There, put a green line on there for you. So you can see here, look at that green line. See where we had the spike on the news? We had the big pullback here, and then I drew this green line on here to show you where it seems to be finding a bottom. Give or take a penny, 2 pennies, it's trying to find a bottom right around that green line there. But we don't know yet if that's going to hold up, because it could break through that and drop some more. So we want to make sure that it's going to bounce from here. So we want to see it bounce from that green line that I put on there and start slowly, green candle, green candle, green candle. We want to make sure that it's on its way back up, and not just a head fake where we get one green candle and then you buy in because you think, oh my gosh, here it goes, and then it drops immediately after that. You don't want to get stuck in something like that. So let it make sure that it is actually going back up. One candle is not enough if you're watching on the 1 minute time frame. SOC, let's go back and look at Tribe. Tribe's still hanging in there. It's still trying. I wonder if we'll hit 2 on that one today. I've still got Mammo up on the screen there on the right. Need positivity. Do your stock whispering. The stock whisperer. Still watching. See, I'm not touching it. Not yet. It's still falling even lower. Now this could be a momentary drop and then it goes right back up again. But if it's not, you got to err on the side of caution. And it's still dropping. We could drop below $4 here before this is all said and done. Tribe's hanging in there. Brianna, Tribe 107 to 170. Sold 50%. Nice trade. Very nice trade. It's beautiful. Now you can see Mammo trying to push back up again. Let's look at Highway Holdings again. Hi-ho, H-I-H-O. Action lawsuit. We've got 3 minutes and we'll get the 9 o'clock press releases in 3 minutes. H-I-H-O trying again. Tribe and H-I-H-O have been 2 really good ones this morning. H-I-H-O pushing again. I think HIHO hit 100%. It might have hit 99%. I'm going to have to do the math and see how high that went. I didn't quite catch it when I saw the scanner. I think it might have hit 98 or 99%. Not for sure. I want to see Tribe up there. Tribe up to $2 today would be just incredible. Everybody got to work tomorrow? Tomorrow's Christmas Eve, right? Yeah, tomorrow's Christmas Eve. Hopefully, you guys are off work tomorrow. Factory I worked at before I retired, we always worked Christmas Eve. They'd make day shift work Christmas Eve, but second shift got the night off. HIHO 101%. Thank you, iPhone. Got to work tomorrow. Yeah, that's too bad. I hate when people have to work on Christmas Eve. What a, Christmas Eve, especially a family, little ones. It's always nice to have Christmas Eve off, spend time with your family. SOC 12 to 15 would be sweet. Where's that one at? Is it 9? Well, we've got a couple of stocks here that look like they're going to start trading on reverse split. Let's see. News first, though. UOKA Strategic Design Partnership for Fernie Castle Oriental Garden and Castle Exhibition Project. Okay. That's on UOKA. Shooting, class action lawsuit, hospitality, NVVE, Microfloat, NVVE, signs agreement with Danish developer E&B Renewables to secure battery energy storage projects in Northern Europe and the Baltic countries. That's on NVVE, Microfloat. 719,000 public float with 100,000 shorted on it. Positive development, society pastor look for the market. GT, SOPA, positive. Class action lawsuit. Class action lawsuit, class action lawsuit. Nothing at 9 o'clock other than NVVE, UOKA, That's about it. The rest of them are class action lawsuits, just general fluffy market news, nothing specific to any specific company. HIHO at $1.56 now. And we've got a couple of companies coming off of reverse split today. So they're going to start trading on their post split numbers. And that would be CHR. Going to be operating on a new post split numbers. TNMG looks like they're going to do that. Boxel, BOXL. Those three are coming off a reverse split today. So if you look on the charts, they look like they're up 2,000%, 4,000%. They're not really. It's just because of the split numbers. William off for 3 weeks. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. UOKA's not really performing. NVVE not really performing off the press release. But, we've seen many times these press releases, sometimes it takes them a little while to simmer before the market catches wind of it and everybody starts piling in. It can take a few minutes. Sometimes we're just lucky enough to be in quicker because we have the press release in front of us when it hits the market, instead of finding out about it after the fact, after it's already ran up 80%. Every day is a Saturday when you're retired. Yes, it is. Boy, my Santa hat. I get my Santa hat. Did you guys see in the news, just sort of a side note here, did you see in the news where Trump was talking about, hang on a minute, IPW, microfloat. IPW signs an agreement with Danish developer It's the same news as the other one, to secure battery energy storage projects in Northern Europe. IPW and NVVE IPW enters a strategic $30 million financing facility to strengthen its balance sheet and launch digital asset treasury. So we've got the agreement with the Danish developer on NVVE, which is not really moving anywhere. And then we have the IPW, iPower, which signs a $30 million financing facility. So basically a loan to strengthen its balance sheet and launch a digital asset treasury. CHR tried to climb up. They just came, that's the one that I just said just came off of the reverse split. So I don't have an accurate number right now what their float is, because that information hasn't been updated. But I would venture to say it's probably pretty small float. JC, you have a great day. It's N. N is in Nancy. Mike. November, Victor, Victor, Echo. NVVE. It's not moving at all. It's a microfloat, but it's not getting any attention. IPW, that microfloat, it's getting somewhat attention. It's but neither one of them is really moving like a microfloat. Neither one of them is really. Oh, did you guys hear in the news about Trump saying that he wants to stop companies from doing share repurchase programs? Did you hear about that? Share buybacks. He doesn't want the companies buying back their shares. He wants them taking that money and investing it in getting bigger and growing and expanding and creating new jobs instead of share repurchase programs. But he doesn't have a lot of control over that. So he may want to do that, but he doesn't have any control over that. That's completely out of his realm of power. But anyway, that's what I saw on the news. Tribe holds 160. It could rip to 2 at open. True, TRUE. True Car goes private after shareholders approve a buyout. All right. Well, that was all the 9 o'clock stuff. Unfortunately, there wasn't anything really juicy in there at 9 o'clock. This whole month has been really lackluster when it comes to news. We haven't really gotten any big, huge, or major press releases. We've had a couple, but not like normal. This month has been unusually slow, but it's December. A lot of sell off, tax purposes, just it's a weird month. Then you got the holiday in here. So, all right. You guys have a beautiful day. Thank you on Traveling Trade Adventures for hitting the subscribe button. I really appreciate that a lot. Thank you for watching the videos there and commenting on the videos. I do appreciate it. We will see you tomorrow morning, Christmas Eve. The market is open tomorrow. It's closing early, but it's still open in pre-market, and we will be here in pre-market, 6:45, right here on Traveling Trade Adventures with you. So have a great day. Keep them green, and I will see you tomorrow morning. God bless.